Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today as I do a little quote unquote spring cleaning and get a few things done as we head into one of the most wonderful seasons, in my opinion. I'm doing this video in collaboration with Super at 60. I'm going to link her video down below, so head over and watch her spring video. Before I get started with any type of springtime cleaning, I have things I need to do in the kitchen as usual. I'm going to make another batch of fire cider. We use this a lot, especially this time of the year because of our allergies. My one and only allergy that I was tested for and showed positive was trees. And so early spring is when I really suffer. You can hear it in my voice. I'm suffering right now with these allergies, and taking some fire cider every day really does make a difference. It is so easy to make. I'm going to soon try to get a blog post up about this, but it really is just so simple. You need to buy apple cider vinegar, organic, that has the mother. It will say on the label that it has the mother. And there's different things. Everybody does it different. But the way I do it is I use an onion, some ginger, some jalapenos, fresh garlic, some turmeric powder, and oregano. And then I pour the apple cider vinegar over top of all that and put a lid on there. I shake it every single day that I can remember. And after about 6 weeks, it's ready to go. It gets really strong. It's almost hard to drink. We use these little tiny glasses that I got at Walmart that are like 1 ounce. And I just take an ounce of that, and it really does seem to help with my congestion and my allergies. So I'll say give it a try if you have that kind of problem too. Before I get started with any type of decluttering, I am going to make some snacks. We don't buy prepackaged foods. I know, surprise, right? We like to just make our stuff from scratch. And I find that making something like a chocolate chip muffin is so quick, so easy, and it's a healthy snack because I use fresh milled flour, and I think I might have used einkorn in these. And I'm going to use organic olive oil, some sucanat sugar that I talked about in last week's video, grass-fed milk. It's all good ingredients, and I feel good that it's not like really processed or anything like that. But while I'm making those, I want to tell you how I am approaching spring cleaning completely different this year. For the past year, it has been on my mind that having too much of anything is complicating to your life. Now, stick with me. This is going to get a little bit different, but I really do believe this, and I'm coming to learn it, and it is really starting to show as I simplify things. So let's talk about like simple things. If you have too much clutter, it is way more complicated to clean your house. And not just spring cleaning. I'm talking just cleaning your house in general. And I know this from my experience. Having way too many clothes, which I have in the past had way too many clothes that we had to like take a room and make a closet one time because I had so many clothes. It was complicated because when I had to get dressed, this was when we were traveling as a group, like a lot. We were going many times a week. And so I feel like I had to have tons of clothes because, you know, I didn't want to wear the same thing because sometimes if we were doing revival services, the same people might come throughout the week to those different revival services. And, you know, we wouldn't want them to see us in the same clothes, right? And so I thought I had to have all these clothes. And I would get so stressed out picking my clothes out because I had so many. Half of them didn't fit, but I was afraid that I might gain weight or lose weight. And so I was like, I better keep them. And a couple years ago, I completely minimalized my wardrobe down to just the basics. I mean, and it is so easy. I don't even have to think about it. I just grab, you know, whatever dress I'm wearing to church and a sweater. And they're all like kind of muted neutral colors, and so I don't even have to worry. I could blindly go in and pick them and they would still work. And I can't tell you what that meant for me being able to do that when it comes time to do my wardrobe. And so I have a few home outfits like summer and winter, and then my church outfits are good for both summer and winter. And so I don't even have to change them out. So my wardrobe is so small right now that I don't have to change anything out. It's like I just keep everything up because it's just a few things. And that is so nice. Another thing that I have tried to simplify, I think I did this a couple weeks ago on here, is appliances on my counter in my kitchen, and I have not regretted that in any way, shape, or form. I am loving having less things on my counter. So while there will be window washing and washing the walls and all of those different things that we equate to spring cleaning, this year I am going about spring cleaning as an entire, like every part of my life, whether that be financial or my clothes or just too many things that make it so frustrating to clean the house. And also stressors. Too much stress is really, really bad for your health. And as a former nurse, I can say that I have seen people who became very ill because they were stressed. And I am purposely trying to find ways to not get stressed about anything, because it's such an easy thing to fall into when something's maybe going completely different than what you thought it would. It's hard, and you feel like your only the coping mechanism is to stress out, and that's how I am anyway. And so I'm working really hard to have the stress really, really be the least amount possible, because like I said, too much of anything can be really complicated. So as I try to figure out not just the parts of my kitchen, the stuff in my kitchen that I want to depart with, I'm looking at the bigger picture this year. And I'm thinking, what can make my life the most simple? I have said this before. I have always said a prayer for years now. Lord, just give me what I need and no more and no less, please. Because having too much can really, really, really be almost like a trap. It's hard to keep up with everything. And it's not just stuff. It's, too many obligations and too many projects and too much money. I know a lot of people say there's no such thing. Well, I kind of disagree with that. I think sometimes when we have too much, we make not the best decisions financially. And so I think that it goes with everything. The only thing that I can think of that you can't have too much of in this life would be maybe, let me think. It's coming to me. Oh, yeah, chickens. I'm always hatching eggs in the spring because we obviously don't have enough chickens. And we do. It's a sickness with me. But let's be serious. The only thing I don't think you can get too much of in this life is the peace and contentment and joy that comes from serving God and being thankful for all that He gives you. And I think there is a responsibility that comes with that for us to recognize when certain aspects of our life get out of hand and we get too much of something and it's complicating our life. And that is my new motto: is simple is best. Let's take everything out of this house that doesn't bring me some kind of joy or it doesn't have a purpose, that it serves me daily. Those are the type of things that I'm thinking about right now. And the older I get, the more that I do think about those. I hope that this video was inspiring to you to look at spring cleaning in a little bit of a different way instead of just cleaning the house. Let's spring clean our lives, and I think we will all be the better for it. All right, so again, this was in collaboration with Super at 60. Head over to her YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description box below, and you can watch her video and give her a follow. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week.